Morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about a powerful force that can transform your life when you truly embrace it, letting go and trusting in God. We live in a world full of challenges, and sometimes, no matter how much we try, we feel the weight of worry, fear, and uncertainty. But there's freedom in releasing that weight. There's strength in surrender. Letting go and trusting God is about putting your faith where your fears are and believing that something greater is working for you, even when you can't see it. Here are 7 powerful principles to remember on your journey of letting go and trusting God. 1. Understand that letting go is not giving up. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it's a profound act of strength. It takes courage to release what no longer serves you, to surrender the battles that you weren't meant to fight alone. There are times in life when we hold on to people, situations, or even our past mistakes, believing we can fix or change things on our own. But the truth is, holding on to those things only drags us down and keeps us stuck. Letting go allows us to move forward, making space for new blessings, new opportunities, and the fullness of life that God intends for us. When you let go, you're making a powerful choice to trust in God's wisdom and timing. You're saying, I'm releasing what I cannot control and handing it over to the one who can. This act of release is not about giving up on life or dreams. It's about stepping aside to allow its purpose to unfold in its own perfect way. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs happen when we let go, when we release our need to control every outcome and let God's power take the lead. Letting go can feel like stepping off a cliff without knowing if there's a net below, but that's exactly where faith comes in. Faith fills the gap between your fears and your freedom. It's a conscious choice to believe that God will not let you fall, but instead carry you to where you need to be. When you let go, you're choosing to release the weight of worry, the burden of past regrets, and the anxiety of what's to come. You're inviting peace, strength, and resilience into your life. Letting go is not about quitting, it's about allowing God to take you to a place that you could never reach on your own. 2. Embrace faith over fear. Fear is a powerful emotion, and it can hold us back, keeping us paralyzed in moments when we should be stepping forward. But here's the thing, fear and faith cannot coexist in the same space. When we're faced with challenges, it's natural to feel fear, but we don't have to live in it. Faith gives us the strength to move forward, even when we're uncertain. It's like flipping a switch in your mind that says, I choose to believe in a power greater than my fear. Faith doesn't promise an easy path, but it offers a path where you're never alone. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast, uncertain road, unsure of what's around the corner. Fear will tell you to stay where you are, to hold back, to avoid risks. Faith, on the other hand, whispers, trust the journey. Even if you can't see the end, faith reminds you that no matter how things look right now, God is already in your future, working things out on your behalf. When you choose faith over fear, you start to see challenges differently. Instead of viewing setbacks as permanent roadblocks, you begin to see them as temporary obstacles, even stepping stones to something greater. Fear wants you to shrink, to hide, to stay small. Faith pushes you to grow, to step out, to dream bigger than you thought possible. Embracing faith over fear doesn't mean you'll never feel afraid. It means that when fear shows up, you choose to answer it with courage and a deep trust that God has your back. It's like planting seeds in a garden you can't yet see. You don't know exactly when or how they'll grow, but you trust that growth is happening beneath the surface. Every time you choose faith, you're taking a step toward a stronger, braver version of yourself. 3. Know that you're never alone. There are moments in life when it can feel like we're facing the world by ourselves, carrying the weight of our struggles with no one to lean on. But this feeling of isolation is an illusion. In reality, God is with us in every moment, standing beside us in our battles, walking alongside us in our hardships, and lifting us up when we feel we can't go on. This understanding that we're never truly alone brings a powerful sense of peace, comfort, and strength. Imagine the most difficult situation you're facing right now. It may seem overwhelming, and you might feel like you don't have the resources, the support, or the answers to overcome it. But God is not only aware of what you're going through, he's present in it with you. You're not alone in your struggle. Even if you can't see him or feel his presence at every moment. He's working behind the scenes, guiding you towards strength and healing, orchestrating people and opportunities that will bless you at just the right time. Knowing you're never alone is about choosing to see life through the lens of faith. Every time you wake up in the morning, remember that God is right there, walking into the day with you. In the quiet moments, the times when you feel lost or when no one else understands what you're going through, know that he does. He understands your struggles, he sees your tears, and he celebrates your victories. Think of the hardest times in your life, the moments when you thought you wouldn't make it through. Who held you up? Who gave you strength to keep going when you thought you had none left? God has been with you all along, sometimes carrying you when you couldn't carry yourself. Trusting that you're never alone gives you the confidence to move forward with courage, knowing that whatever comes, God is already there, ready to lift you up and help you overcome. When you remember that you're never alone, you gain a new resilience. You begin to approach life with a deeper peace, a greater sense of courage, because you're not facing this journey by yourself. So whenever you feel isolated or burdened, remind yourself God is here right beside you and he will see you through. 4, release the need to control everything. The desire to control every detail of our lives is natural. We want things to go well, and we want to be certain of the outcomes. But life doesn't work like that. When we hold on too tightly, trying to force our plans and expectations, we often end up feeling more stressed, anxious, and disappointed. Releasing the need to control everything is a powerful act of surrender, an invitation to let God work in ways we could never orchestrate ourselves. Think about it, there are so many things we can't control: other people's actions, the twists and turns of life, or the timing of events. When we try to manage every detail, we drain our energy and lose focus on what we can do. God, however, sees the bigger picture. He sees what's ahead, and his plans are often beyond what we can imagine or predict. When we release control, we're not giving up on our hopes or dreams. Instead, we're placing them in hands that are more capable than ours. We're saying, God, I trust you to lead me through this in your way and your time. Letting go of control doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting with faith, making decisions with courage, and then stepping back and allowing God's plan to unfold. It's like rowing a boat. You have to put in the effort, but you're not the one directing the current. The more we fight the current by clinging to control, the more difficult and exhausting the journey becomes. But when we align with God's flow, when we trust that he's guiding us, we find a peace that can't be found in constant worry and control. Releasing control is also about finding peace in the unknown. Life may not look like we expected. Challenges may arise. Plans may change, but we don't have to have all the answers. God has promised to work all things for our good, even the moments that don't make sense right now. Letting go is an act of faith that says, I don't know what's coming, but I know that God is already there, preparing the way. When you release control, you allow miracles, unexpected blessings, and guidance to enter your life. You open the door for God's grace to move freely, unbound by our limited ideas or expectations. So every time you feel the need to control creeping in, remember that God is in control and his ways are perfect. Trusting him fully brings a deeper sense of calm, a strength that lets you breathe and move forward with confidence, knowing that he is working out the best possible outcome. 5, develop an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. When we begin to focus on what we already have, instead of what's missing or what we wish were different, we shift our perspective from lack to abundance. Developing an attitude of gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when things go well. It's about finding the silver lining, even in challenging times. It's about recognizing the blessings that are already here. The small and simple things that often go unnoticed. When we practice gratitude, we're training our minds to see goodness, to recognize beauty, and to appreciate life. It's easy to focus on problems or what we don't have, but when we make a conscious effort to be grateful, we start to see life differently. Suddenly, even the little things, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, the smile of a friend, the sound of rain become sources of joy. Gratitude shifts our energy from negativity to positivity, making room for more blessings to flow into our lives. In times of struggle, gratitude can feel difficult, even impossible. But this is where its true power lies. When you're going through a tough time, take a moment to pause and reflect on what's still good. Maybe it's the strength to keep going, a friend who's there to listen, or the resilience you're building through this experience. Being grateful during hard times doesn't mean ignoring the pain, it means finding a balance. It means recognizing that despite the challenges, there's still beauty, there's still hope, and there's still something to be thankful for. Gratitude is also a way of building trust in God. When we give thanks for what we have, we're showing God that we appreciate His blessings and trust Him to provide even more. We're acknowledging that He has already given us more than enough to live a fulfilling life. This attitude of thankfulness invites more abundance because it aligns us with a spirit of openness and receptivity. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we're focusing on what's already here, and that's a powerful mindset. An attitude of gratitude changes us from the inside out. It helps us to be kinder, more compassionate, and more joyful. Gratitude is contagious when others see us appreciating life. It inspires them to do the same. We become a light in the lives of others, reminding them of the goodness around them too. So every day, find something, no matter how small, to be thankful for. Whether it's a simple moment of peace or a long-awaited breakthrough, embrace gratitude and watch how it transforms your heart and your life. With a grateful heart, you're choosing to look at life through a lens of abundance. You're saying, thank you, God, for what I have, and I trust you for what's to come. Gratitude allows you to live fully in the present moment, and in doing so, you open yourself to receive even more blessings, guidance, and joy from God.